The ATA Podcast Show is rated M for mature and D for boys. Yeah.
This is Randy Falk of NECA Toys, and you are listening to the Action Toy Art Podcast.
This is Tim Bradstreet, and you're listening to Action Toy... Wait, I missed it. Action
Toy Art Podcast.
Toy Art Podcast. Hey, this is Tim Bradstreet, and you're listening to... God damn it, hold on. Hey, this is Tim Bradstreet, and you're listening to Action Toy Art Podcast.
It's time for All Up in Your Grill podcasting. When it comes to hard-hitting news about new movies, toys, and collectibles, we're the leaders in this utter nonsense. And kick into high-octane, toy-fueled nerdcasting.
I write it down. I put my thoughts on paper. Welcome to the torture chamber.
Welcome to the Action Toy Art Podcast. We're here to inform you, not bore you, with the latest in toy news and geek culture. Now, let's start the show.
Welcome, Dreadnoughts, to the 50... This is 52, right? I think it is. I think Dave...
This is episode 152, yep.
Dave mentioned something last time about... I might have said it wrong last time. I don't think we ended up figuring out if you were right or if I was right, but fuck you, Dave. I'm always right. But yes, this is episode 152. I won't really know until I put the poster together. Today is January 28th. We are in the morning. This is not a night episode, so you'll see what ramifications that means for the listening viewers. But hopefully with no complications, this will air tomorrow on January 29th. I am your host for the evening. I am Junior_Doom. I am not accompanied by Eric Blaze because he cannot podcast during the day. So, we still have with us Sharkman Dave.
What is up, folks?
And I have no idea if Lenses on Figures, a.k.a. Nick, is back from peeing. Is he?
Yo!
He's
I
back.
think he's back. Motherfucker.
Well, we thank you for joining us. If you are joining us, we are that dedicated that we will give you a show during the day, technically, in order to make sure you guys have something to listen to when you're titillated on a boring Monday. Or if it takes you later in the week to tune into us. But we appreciate it, and you now know how much we love you that much more. We can't always be available, but we'll try to make the time. Fuck you, Eric. I mean, we understand you have things to do. Anyway...
Dude's got kids and shit. Like, he's got
responsibilities and all that
shit. Responsibilities.
I mean, fuck, verklempt. Anyway, the first segment we guys get into, if you've listened to our show before, is we like to tell you about news. And in our opinion, the news now incorporates mostly things people are doing on the internet because we know that not every single week you're going to be able to buy something or you're interested in actually picking up something. So we're just letting you know about the awesome people that are involved in not only the ATA, but in Instagram altogether. Project Piper Customs, a.k.a. Ben Piper, who currently does the second. Now, as you guys noticed, I changed the intro once again. Sorry. I found the old clips that I had paid for earlier from a voice on Fiverr. I love that I still got Ben to do the new intro, so I'm excited about that. But he is also an action figure customizer and a collector. So as you see right here, if you go onto his Project Piper Customs, he is making
Desperado, Antonio
Banderas. Nick, I know that you're foaming at the mouth to see what he's got in store for this. This is a swipe right here, so we'll give you some images. Nick, talk about what he did here, what he used, everything like that.
Dude, this Desperado figure is absolutely badass, man. It looks like he used the legs from NECA's Preacher.
He did.
And that definitely looks like the midsection
includes
of
the
Nathan
ab
Drake.
joint. Yep.
We all recognize that Nathan Drake shirt. And then for the arms, he used Victor Zsasz from Diamond Select, and the jacket is from Alfred of the Diamond Select line as well.
Yeah, the Gotham line,
The Gotham line. Yeah, man. And it looks like he just... might have went to a hobby shop or something for the guitar and the case there.
The belt, he said he actually grabbed from, I think it was a Dutch figure as well.
Oh,
nice.
shit.
Just kind of repainted it. Yeah, so that's pretty fucking sweet as well.
That looks like it's even a part of the legs there. Shit.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't even notice. He told me that.
Yeah, neither did I.
And
Yeah.
the hair is from a Crow figure. The guitar case,
Yeah,
it says
Crow.
Dollhouse Mini, so...
Yeah.
And it looks
It
like the
look-
head he's using is from what, Twilight?
It is Jacob from
Yeah,
Twilight.
it is Jacob.
He's removed the hair off it and everything.
It's like he
so-
got beaten with a hammer.
He did. He
I
got
don't know about
totally...
you guys, but I'm on Team Edward.
Oh, you would be. You'd be all sparkle and glitter. Jeez. Fuck a werewolf. Give me the vampire. Anyway, super awesome. If you guys aren't familiar, this is really cool too because he's letting you know on his Instagram, just in case you weren't listening to a fucking word we just said, he has all of the swaps and all of the parts listed on his Instagram page. On his Instagram page, so go check out Project Piper Customs.
He's got the recipe.
He's got the recipe if you got the craving. Again, he used the crow hair as well, so I don't know if he just fucked that figure up or whatever. So that seems to be the most expensive part probably from the whole thing is the crow
Probably,
hair
yeah,
because that figure is
Shit.
not super easy to come by. So Mezco has
No.
been trying to titillate us all week because they know that Toy Fair is right around the corner. I believe that'll be Valentine's weekend. So around the 15th is when New York Comic Con has their Toy Fair. And usually Toy Fair is a just display platform where companies can look at the new products. It's not necessarily a place where they do exclusives or anything like that. But Mezco usually says fuck all that and gives you an exclusive at this event. So I'm not sure yet if that's what's going on, but they have been definitely showing us little images trying to titillate us. But before you have right here, that looks like they're trying to take a stab on our buddy C. Jessum's amazing custom, and they are doing their own home suit Spider-Man from 1/12 figures. Sharkman, how
Yeah.
you feeling about this shit?
I'm feeling fucking sick about it, actually. This thing is awesome.
You got a stomach
was-
ache thinking about how much it's going to cost you unless they don't do a bootleg.
Well, that's it. I'll wait 6 months or so and grab the bootleg.
Okay, cool.
No, I mean, I'm pretty pumped about it because I wasn't a huge fan of the movie, but I liked the line of figures that Legends put out.
I was like, you like the
with-
one-liners?
With the respect to the movie, of course, right? The Vulture figure was pretty sweet. Even the Marvel Legends version of this figure was pretty sweet. But of course, Mezco just happens to knock it out of the park every fucking time. So we're gonna get a knockout. It's gonna come with the extra hands. It's gonna come with the extra head. Maybe even two of them.
So if it's a knockout, you're basically saying it's your mama and LL Cool J's coming with it too, right?
well, that's it, man. Yeah.
Your mama said knock this figure out. So
with the Kanga hat and everything, man.
totally with the he said Kanga too. But yes, awesome. We already know Nick's probably not going to get this, but he probably wants to see your photos of this. So make sure
Absolutely.
you guys tag us because he's not saying he doesn't want to see it. He just doesn't want to buy it. The biggest
Did he
news
It's really
even
well
say
made.
that?
Right. He said that. He said that in his dreamscape, and I sucked it out of his brain like I was some conductor of I was some conductor of wizardry. Anyway, Mezco Toys also has dropped a pre-order. This isn't even something that they showed us or that we were even aware. We knew they had the license and that they were doing a $25 stylized version of Mr. Alex from A Clockwork Orange. So we see that 1/12 Mezco is doing their stab at Mr. DeLarge here in a very awesome spread. I don't think this is the photo that shows all of the accessories, but you basically get three heads. One has the Band-Aid on his nose with the hat removed. I'm not sure. It looks like the hat on the standard head looks like it is not removable. Then there is another version with the same bowler hat and the clown half mask with the giant nose on it. A couple different sets of hands and obviously the amazing cane and the glass of Moloko from the Moloko Bar. So very interesting that we will be getting two different 6-ish inch scale figures. I'm guaranteeing that the Mafex will be in your 6.5 inch range. And we know that this will be a tad bit of a wider frame, obviously, for a 6-inch scale figure. But my money is currently on this one as I hit the pre-order button. Nick, do you just want to see people's pictures
Dude.
of this figure or what?
Not gonna lie, I could see myself getting this, man. This
I
is
would
can
like
see you
to see you
getting this too,
getting
man.
this.
this looks like 1/6 quality to me right here.
It is.
Like
too.
maybe except for the head a little bit, but that looks legit.
I
Yeah.
have to
Okay.
agree.
It's your style too, man. I picture
Right.
you know, you setting up some cool photos of
I could
this
do
guy.
some, a bit of the ultra violence.
Exactly,
Ultra
man.
violence. They obviously have the jock strap with a different color on it. I did see some images, and it does look like the bloody eyeball that is supposed to come on the cliffs of the shirt will be a print. So I'm not sure if that's going to be like a sticker or what, but they are on there. So it is as accurate as you possibly can get. I feel like Mafex will eventually drop the ball on the quality of the head sculpt for Alex DeLarge, whereas this one, I believe, will be a complete and utter home run.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about this. Sorry if we're talking about it a little too much. If you guys follow an amazing customizer, One's Customs Figures. I'm a big fan of the movie House. Big Ben is a character that is in there that plays a Nazi, or I'm sorry, a Nazi. He's not a Nazi. He's no Nazi. He plays a veteran for the war that is torn up and turned into a zombie. So I'm not sure all of what entails in this custom, but obviously it's a 1/6 scale 12-inch figure. The detail looks absolutely amazing as most of the cloth is ripped apart and you can see the unders of the flesh and bits. Sharkman, what do you think about this?
Unbelievable, man.
Have
I
you
didn't
seen
realize
House?
it was what's that?
Have you seen House?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh, you got to check that out.
No, yeah, definitely. I didn't even realize that this was a 1/6 figure. This is unbelievable, man. Yeah, the detail, like you were saying. Like
If
the
it wasn't
shards
in
of,
a box,
the
yeah,
shards
no
of cloth.
shit.
Yeah, right? Yeah. But no, man, I'd be all over that. I mean, there's not too many figures that I have that are 1/6, but that would be definitely a part of them.
I
So
could
we're-
never shoot that, man.
I could
Hell
see
yeah.
myself adding that to my collection. You know what I mean?
So I'm
There's very
thinking-
few that I'd go for, but
I'm thinking that's what this is as well. Oh, actually, these are Jason Voorhees. So
yeah.
it looks like he's also stockpiling some Jason Voorhees. We had seen, if you're currently watching us on our YouTube right now, we are showing that he has a deluxe as hell
Look at that.
1/6 scale version of the Rob Zombie. Michael Myers with the hippie
bearded
heads
And that's fucking
the
awesome.
bloody
Look at-
heads
lumberjack
and the actual first masks that he made in the movie when he was in the mental asylum. Swap out hand, a couple of Jack O' Lanterns. So if you guys are not only into horror but into just amazing 1/6 scale stuff, you need to head over there, man, and check that shit out. So an awesome ass customizer that should be on our hack and slash should be coming up. Hint, hint, Dave. This is Diorama King. This is not his photo, but he is showing you guys an in-package version of the Cable figure that is coming out in the new Marvel Legends Deadpool wave. I know Dave's money is already over this, and we've gone over this figure a million times. But still, it's cool to look at the image. I'm going to scroll over and show you guys some stuff that he does. This is
custom
a
diorama. This is unbelievable.
super awesome custom diorama piece. It looks like it's more in the 3 3/4 range for figures. This does look a little small, but
Yeah, the
still
building looks-
super detailed brick building house. Looks like it's 3 buildings kind of stacked together. All of them have their own rooftop, windows, doors, and a garage. So definitely check out diorama_kingdom. So we know that Street Fighter is pumping throughout all of our veins, and the toy companies trying to cash in on that success. We see that Tamashii Nations, aka SH Figuarts, is continuing with the line and finally has a Ken Masters figure in his classic red garb. I hope that they will eventually do a yellow, which is player 2, because my brother was an asshole and never let me be player 1. Childhood memories, people. I'm sorry if I had to scar you on the show with my terrible childhood memories, which
Everyone
is
agrees
probably
with you.
which is probably the reason yellow is my favorite color to this day. But still, very
Don't know what
awesome.
goes with that. That's
Very
just what-
awesome, right? Very awesome image here. The only other version that we got in the size is the Soda Figures, which is very expensive now. And I have the yellow Player 2 one where he has the longer hair as well. So we'll see what they're doing with that. But we also see that Sakura is getting a figure as well, which Soda Figures also did, and it looks very similar to this figure. She's very cool. She has sneakers, which I'm sure they will accentuate for that. She's got the gloves on, short, cute hair, and a bandana. So I'm very excited to see how far they're going to go into that Street Fighter line. I know you guys are probably fans of it, but probably don't collect this line.
I wanted to actually get into a couple Street Fighter figures. I remember, like, it was a couple months back, I was talking to Eric about which one I should go for versus, like, NECA or, like, SH Figure Arts or whatever, because, like, I actually liked the scale of those older NECA ones that came out.
Then you'll like the Storm Collectibles ones and more.
Yeah. Right? It's like, and they were solid, right?
Yeah.
I liked the hand variants that came with them. Just the look of them overall, I found was pretty badass, right?
And
I don't know. I dig them versus, like, over the SH Figure Arts, just like I said, for not only scale but just for realism. You know?
Yeah,
So,
I believe that, but the SH Figure Arts, like, again, it's getting into the realm of scaling things down to be able to use bigger or smaller, I guess, diorama. Well, we all know this already, but that's more where I'm at. Like, I have the Akuma of the NECA of this, which is a huge, massive figure, and it's hard to get somebody else in the shot with this dude.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what you want to do and what you're accentuated. I'm excited for this, obviously. So this is the Akuma that we're seeing now, and it says coming the 26th of January. So that's very soon. So the line keeps pumping out, and we're seeing a preview here. I believe this is just the poster, but we do all know that they are making Pacific Rim figures for the SH Figure Arts line, and Diamond Selects are actually coming out pretty soon as well. So as you guys know, we're trying to connect you again more to the ATA Pro page. This week, we actually started tagging the artists that we are using for the week's poster in order to let you guys know that we're trying to feature you guys a little bit more and showcase you guys not only on the show, but on the page, which comes on the show. So it's all Inception. We're just incepting ourselves basically here. So you guys can go ahead and read all the people that's on here and definitely check out the page. We're trying a different format yet again. I featured Chewy the Pooch, Notorious _Collector, Myra Dan, Kill the Meal as our Tuesday Titans video. Something I used to do kind of last year around this time, so maybe I'm like a woman, I'm timely with my fucking periods or whatever. So we went back to they just coming around cycle again. Yeah, exactly. Like, am I preggers? Oh, I better do a Tuesday Titans. So our buddy, I know his name used to be a million different things. I know him obviously as fucking Tony, fucking, you guys probably knew him as Blockhead or Chubbs or however you know fucking Anthony or whatever. He's an amazing dude. Obviously, he's kind of been not shooting as much lately, just trying to deal with family things. I reached out to him as he did a couple actually really amazing action toy art Dreadnoughts pieces for us, like text and, you know, textures and pieces like that. So not graphics. Graphics would be motion. He's just doing more graphic design, I would say.
Well, okay.
So I reached out to him. He made a new lettering and some logos for us. So I incorporated that into this Wednesday feature where I featured Vader's _Phantom_Limb. Change your fucking name, dude. Come on, we missed the piercing beard. I don't care if you have a fucking beard or not. I just remember that name. You're not Vader. You're pierced, and grow your beard back, dude. In your face, Clayton. Anyway, Figure Fanatic 117, Toyman 89, Phil.Dyer.Photography, Blackpool Toys, and These Damn Toys all got a feature this week. So hopefully you guys liked it. It got some comments. Yippity skippity doo. So before we actually hold on the brakes there, ladies and gentlemen. We do listen to you guys sometimes. And apparently you guys are not happy that we don't have our cameras on. So here we are We turned our cameras on. You can look at us now, and we'll go through our hacks and slashes. Since you're at the top of the list, Sharkman, what have you been hacking? And what und you been slashing?
Well, I've been slashing a few things, you see.
Let
This
me
week
see.
on Hack and Slash, I put together a nice floor dial. Now, you guys have probably seen it in my story. I've been posting a little bit today. Literally started this last night and kind of finished it about 20 minutes ago. All right, so I don't know how well you guys can see it there, but yeah, I just took some foam board, some insulation foam, and prodded away at it. I got one that's like not even half an inch thick at the base there, like it's literally just about a centimeter, and I used that as the base. And then kind of tore some street up kind of thing, right? So I made it look like a bit of a sidewalk at the top. I gave it a couple different layers. Again, I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it should do it justice. I've got a little half wall down here on the corner that's just kind of, some brick wall that's kind of broken away a little bit back here. And I was talking to you guys last night over some direct messaging about literally going this morning.
Did your mom help you out with that shit?
Who the fuck is this? Who just showed up? This guy just showed up?
You know it's me, Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy.
What's up, Jimmy?
Good to see you.
So you've been using popsicle sticks and fucking little foam boards and shit? The fuck?
Bro, this guy just comes around and just talks shit. Like, who the fuck invited Jimmy anyway?
I have no choice over it this time. He claims that this is apparently part of the negotiations that were made when we started living together. So
okay. So
I say what I want. I do what I want. You got no fucking friends.
Guy
Completely
interrupts.
inclined.
Stupid.
Motherfucker. All right, Jimmy. Well, listen up for half a second here. All I did was go outside and scoop up some fucking rocks outside of my garden. They were a little frozen, so I had to put them in the oven for a few minutes to dry them up and make them all sandy and shit. I had to bake them. That's literally it.
You made some muffins and you made a fucking diorama? Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my God, man.
I just want the fucking muffins. Leave the diorama in there and melt that shit down to the ground.
This son of a bitch, man. Can't even get a word in edgewise, bro.
Fuck you.
Jimmy, are you at all interested in what I have to say here about my diorama?
Nah, Jared said we needed somebody to shit on the show, so,
Oh, okay.
Well, you're doing. I am.
You had no plans today.
I did not say that, by the way. I did not say that.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, you did.
All right, Jimmy. Well, thanks for everything, buddy.
That's
I appreciate your comments.
That 17th bowl. You was like, go ahead, the show needs you. Never said that.
Yeah. So, like, are you guys commenting? Are you guys commenting and asking for more of this asshole? Because, like, he just comes in here and just butchers the show. I don't know what you guys think.
Anyone wants Jimmy around, to be honest. I think he just kind of shows up when he wants to.
He does just show. Well, at least, last time I tried to provide a woman, this...
Is he fucking drunk? Like, look at that face. What are you doing, Jimmy?
I want to know what's up with those eyes, Jimmy.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Just because I got hit while I was fucking walking down the street, you guys gotta make fun of a motherfucker who's got a disability. This is what you got me. Why do you think I make fun of everybody? Because everybody makes fun of Jimmy. Oh, you guys don't think I know you call me Gimme Jimmy? I know this shit. I'm well aware you call me Gimme Jimmy. Oh, you think just because I asked for a fucking handout, because I asked for a fucking favor, because I got hit by a damn car, a stupid car trying to drive down the street, I'm trying to walk down the street, and now I got lazy eye, and now I'm bald, okay? He ran over my head. I used to have tire marks right on my head.
So how do you explain...
Oh, see? My nose fell off. Holy fuck, I'm out of here.
You're falling apart, Jimmy.
Fucking bastard.
Okay.
That's it. Listen.
I guess Jimmy's got to go fix that real quick.
Shit.
Anyway,
dude, that's issues, man.
He's got
that half-ass drag queen motherfucker. I swear to
God. Fucking comedian, that guy.
Yeah, right?
He thinks he is.
Yeah, well.
So, Dave, did you just chip away at that, at the foam there?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so back on track with that. I just like literally just I glued on like a basic shape of a couple layers kind of thing, and then once I glued them on, I just just poked and prodded at them. shaved a couple pieces away, and made it look all broken and shit. Literally took my finger even.
I think Jimmy's broken.
Some of the shit out. Plucked some of the shit out. Took a pencil, plucked some of that out, and yeah, eventually just put some glue all over it. Poured some sand and some rock. Wait for that to dry up, and then I blackwashed the rest of it and detailed it. So,
so
there we are.
Just some glue all over it and throw some dirt on it.
Throw some dirt on it. I mean, fuck, it works.
Especially too,
right? I hang it upside down and nothing happens. So that works.
Especially too, if you get those like bigger prints, you could just lay that right in the back of there too.
Yeah. Well, that's the
idea. Man.
Yeah, for sure. So other than that, I've also had this idea. I don't know how well you guys will be able to see it now on my camera, but I'm picking up this little truck right here.
Oh, nice.
Right? So it is 1/12 scale. All right. This is from Ben 10. It's like a little play set, and if you open it up, it turns into this
right.
big, like, I don't know, it looks like a laboratory kind of thing.
Straight
I
Ben
plan on
10.
gutting most of it, and I literally picked this thing up for $15 last night on Amazon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be painting it up. I've been ever since I went back on Souk Felton's on his feed and checked out like a whole bunch of his older pictures and saw that obviously he customized a fucking badass Ninja Turtles van, a Punisher gear van, right? So that thing just inspired the hell out of me, and ever since then I've been kind of like looking around for a van of my own. I did find another.
Nobody remembers that I did that a long time ago.
Well, you did, yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
That one stands out to me, man. That one's a fucking like piece of work, man. It's amazing. But anyway. So yeah, I've been obviously inspired to kind of put a little gear van of my own together, something a little armored looking. So yeah, that's my next project. That's going to be coming in the mail pretty soon.
Killer, bro.
So that's my hack and slash, guys.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I wish I had graphics to like slash your fucking screen or whatever. All right, Nick, what you been hacking? What you been slashing, or what have you been slacking off with?
Dude, my girl has been actually carving this 1/6 scale wooden floor for me, man, and it is coming along extremely nicely.
Oh, there's a bit of paint and everything on there now. Cool.
Yeah, she just threw this coat of paint on before the podcast, so I think we'll have to
weathered, baby, weathered.
Weather it down, then maybe blackwash it.
That's perfect.
But yeah, dude, I'm fucking stoked to finally have a flooring for 1/6 scale shit. I just need to get some printouts of like some like cabin walls and shit like that and just put it around it, and then I can shoot my custom John Marston that I'm also working on here. I just got this new holster for him this week from Steve O's Toys. It's a guy who makes some really cool like cowboy holsters and custom weapons and shit. I think it's mainly all Western. He might do some modern stuff too, but yeah, it's all 1/6 scale handmade shit.
Nice.
Very fun. And another thing I've been working on, guys, is a couple weeks ago I got at Frankensons like an accessory kit of some wrestling shit. Like it was like the announcer's booth and the chairs. So I spray painted those gray just so I could use them because they were like a really, really like royal blue color that wasn't really too useful to me. But I spray painted the chair and the announcer booth here because now I can use it for like some sci-fi shit.
Okay.
Nice.
Put some computers on there.
Yep.
Make like a control room and shit, really cool sci-fi stuff that I could shoot aliens in, and it's perfect for the NECA figures. Because chairs that perfectly fit NECA figs are kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
A little bit. But
the WWE stuff's big.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, you were telling me about those like broken tables that you found at the same time. I was looking at the same thing. I don't know. You guys remember when I came back? I don't know, it was a couple months ago now with those big like fucking fence pieces and shit like that. I came back with the headphones.
Let me show you one of them. One of them. Let me find it real quick.
Yeah. But that place or pick that kind of shit up. That pawn shop has like a mess of that stuff, and like I ended up seeing those exact things, those like half broken tables and shit like that. And that would be fantastic for like a shot that we're obviously creating, with like Punisher.
I just show my ass on the screen.
Like you especially, I could see using that broken table, man. Like shit, just throwing goons into it.
Right? Yeah, give me a break. Of course. Let's see it, dude. What do you got? You find it?
No, I think it's in the other room, but they only made one of them that's like not a breakaway table. It's just a flat table
Oh,
with
yeah, yeah.
sides. Like it's
Fold out-
not a
fold out
it's not a
legs.
breakaway
No shit.
one. So
That's
they did a
cool,
couple
yeah.
that aren't breakaway, but most of them, yeah, you got. I actually did one where like I plastered over it too, so you had a new like actual top to it though. So
WWE
So what else?
Build it with those props, man.
oh, they did. Even when they were, even the Jack specific ones are really good. That's where the crates. Like, have you guys ever seen? Let me grab. I got those handy.
Yeah. No, I've seen those crates. Yeah, we know what he's talking about. Those are fucking sweet. What else you got, Nick?
That's
so
all the stuff
these
I'm
were
really
the
working
original
on.
fucking.
Packet
And
slash wise, but you could see some of my the temporary
figures
set
were-
I did this week when we look at our photos.
so
Okay, yeah.
These are
That was
hard.
WWE.
This is Jack specific though. These are the original
Okay.
ones, and it comes with it's
Oh,
in the
shit.
it's in the box, but this part opens up so you can have it so it's open as well.
Brilliant.
But these
Yeah.
are hard plastic. If you want, you could give them a dry brush, but they have little black nails in them and everything.
pretty good.
So
Nice.
it's, I mean, Jax really
Yeah.
started it because Jax was the one that did the diorama and the alley pieces and stuff. So if you
Okay.
look way back, there's like an alleyway they did, and that's where you get the dumpster cans from and all the really niche stuff. There was like a hot dog cart and all this shit. Like, I think the hot dog cart was like breakable, but still, everything was always
Of course.
breakable. You can't have it like
Yeah, you're smashing people into everything. man.
yeah. So I've had to fix a lot of WWE. Like they had this amazing shovel that was like bent.
Bent. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like supposed to like if you put a bunch of heat on it and then have a glass of cold water, you can straighten it out. I did that as well. So
Nice.
yeah, you just got to heat it up, straighten it,
Good
and
techniques.
dip it in the cold real quick, and it's like, hey, it's like
Okay.
Viagra. It's like Viagra for this thing. He was like all limping,
Getting
and it was
it
like
nice and hard.
Anyway,
Getting it nice and hard.
nice and hard, baby.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
So that's it, Nick?
Yeah, I'm not working on too much other than that at the moment. Kind of a chill week. I did some interesting temporary setups though for my photos, which we can talk about then.
Temporary. I did forget to, and I had an image when I was doing the shared screen. But I saw The Shape of Water last night. Fucking honestly,
How was it?
one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. I don't know if a lot of
Ooh,
you
that's cool.
guys will see it the way I see it because I'm like obsessed with like the look of the 50s and the cars of the 50s and the feel of the 50s. And it had all that. It had amazing acting. It had sex scenes and innuendos of sex and inappropriate. And it was like, it was just everything to me. It's a love story. It's very cheesy, like heartfelt love story. If you're not in the mood to like be emotional and like feel for a monster and a woman, then
And don't watch it.
Then don't watch it. But I was like, oh, this is so beautiful and great. Anyway, one thing I'll be trying to eventually work on here. This is a fully functional Tonka. It does look pretty good, almost as is though. So
Yeah.
let me get
Just weather it up a little bit, man.
You like
Right.
that yellow?
Awesome.
I like
Not
yellow. I like yellow. So, I mean,
That's great.
it's pretty fucking massive. Like, so I can't get anybody in there, obviously, but if you're having a situation, you know.
Is that metal?
Oh fuck! This thing it's so heavy. It's
The
so
Mezco,
heavy.
the
was gonna
Mezco
say,
would be even
you could cut
better
those
for
doors
that
open.
scale.
Yeah,
right?
it's Tonka. What'd you say?
The Mezco would be even better for that scale, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it just be like a little bit smaller?
Yeah. It's great. It's super
Yeah.
fucking super huge. Yeah, no, this is like metal. You'd have to like
Yeah.
grind to get the
Probably
door
destroy
open.
it.
It
That
would
thing's fucking
too.
wicked, man.
It is super wicked though. So it could use a little bit of customizing, obviously, on the
I
grill
was gonna
there.
say.
I could put
Yeah.
some like faux lights in there, make that gray,
Put
you
some
know,
lights.
a grill on it or whatever. The tires
Yep.
could be a little bit more weathered and stuff. I actually want to
Yeah.
put rust. I want to rust it, if anything, which is
I would.
it's a sepia nulling oil that Game Workshops makes, and it'll fucking rust. It's what OEO uses a lot of times to get that really gritty look to a lot of his figures. And this, obviously, I'm gonna like probably take it outside with a hammer and like beat it because it's too nice. You know what I mean? Like it needs
Just drag it
dents.
behind your scooter.
Yeah,
Fuck
just gonna go out there and beat the shit out of it. I don't know if this
Awesome.
considers hacking and slashing, but I'm going to share it anyway because our cameras are on. These are you can buy from Amazon. They're around $12, $13. This contains 100 LED finger lights. You get fucking a bunch, obviously 100, as I said. There's green, blue, red, and clear in here. These things die all the time, so I buy massive amounts of them and just fucking throw away the old ones that don't work and move into brand new country, because I hate when they start fading too, especially if like using them on a fucking photo. So for me to buy 12 of these, or sorry, $12 worth of these every few months is a big deal. I did get more museum wax too, so I always stay handy with the museum wax because it's better than the cheese wax, and it doesn't leave a red mark on the figures. It'll leave a clear mark, which you can still get off. I am in the process of painting I drew a blank because I wanted to do the Chuck Norris, but it's technically the Blade Runner Rutger Hauer that I'm painting up right now. But I want to do a hobo with the shotgun scene.
I was gonna say,
I told you guys before.
Doing,
so
right?
yeah, I want to do hobo with a shotgun. So I also I have this PJ's Deadpool in the works right here because these PJs look fucking super dope. And showing them on the camera, they're from the Bratz line, and they fit this fucking. Because everybody's always saying that he's wearing PJs, so I'm gonna do a photo where it's like, how come everybody says I'm wearing PJs? I think it's funny. Dave just laughed, so I'm going with that.
I'm sure you'll get a few.
I think that's pretty dope, dude. That's so you.
Yeah.
It's totally me for sure.
And I mean, especially with your more recent shots of him in just his boxers, now it's a little bit more appropriate that he's throwing on some fucking PJs.
Exactly.
Right.
It's getting a little colder.
It's getting a little colder. So we did again. It was late. I just posted it before we did the show. Says 39 minutes ago, but I did post a hack and slash feature, all picked by Dave and Lens this week again. So take it away, Sharkman Dave.
Yeah, guys. So again, we've got of course, I mentioned here in the caption that it is a little late on the feature post, but we couldn't help but keep you guys in mind, of course. So yeah, we've got some amazing photos from some great artists here. Ziman Zafran, I think that's how you say that.
You did way better than I've ever tried to do.
Oh yeah? Okay, well good. This guy's
gonna butcher these names.
Yeah, pretty much, eh?
Smoocher.
On like a daily basis, guys, like almost anyway. He's working on like shit nonstop. I picked this early last week, and it was like, yeah, there you go. We can see his page here. He's got like all this type of like weird 1/12 scale stuff. Like, I mean, he's got like purses, a desk with like a whole bunch of letters and papers in it. What looks like a mailing desk kind of thing. But what we've got featured in our photos today of his work is like a garbage can, like a Street City garbage can with like a phone booth. I'm sure you guys have seen it out there on Instagram because it's been posted like crazy. This thing is a serious piece of work, but yeah, like the detail in it is just fantastic, guys. The weathering on it, like just looks like crisp metal. There's garbage all over it. Like it just looks insanely real. So I mean, he's got turnpikes
got three
for
thumbs.
like Subway. Yeah. He's got turnpikes for a Subway. He's got all these like images.
Evidence boxes.
Yeah, evidence boxes, bundles of cash, all this kind of like random food stuff. Pizzas, chimichangas. It's insane. Like he's got belts there, utility belts. We're going through his feed right now, showing you guys like the amount of stuff that he's got here. Lens just mentioned the evidence boxes. He's got tons of different variations of those. Just insane amounts of props, guys. So I mean, if you're looking for anything, hit this guy up because look at that.
Told you.
Awesome duffel bags. Like, give me a break. Just
told you.
Packaging for these things too. The
They
packaging
look
for
like
these
legit
things
leather too.
Yeah,
He's got
and
three
like
thumbs.
the detail, like it's insane. Yeah, he's actually got 3 thumbs. But this guy has got a crazy talent, guys. You can't not visit his page if you're a customizer, if you're in the you're in the lookout for like some good props. This guy is a guy to go check out.
Yeah, I don't know I just don't know how he's selling these.
I think he's got
you gotta hit him up on a DM, and he doesn't have a website, but I think you just gotta do it through PayPal.
Oh
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
I thought he mentioned he had like an Etsy account. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But anyway, yeah, just hit him up on a DM, guys, if you guys are interested in picking up some of his work. Because again, if you're looking at the page right now, it's insane, like the detail that he puts into this stuff. So, and like he produces on like a very large scale what it looks like. So it's you're sure to get your hands on something.
Yeah, he has JPEGs of all his products with prices on it and shit too. So he can like shoot you prices of whatever you want right away over a DM.
Yeah. All right, guys. So yeah, this guy we're featuring. Sorry, what is it? Handicraft Adrian. Yeah. So yeah, this guy works out of Germany actually, but he does a lot of cool work with. I don't know if you guys are into like vinyl pops at all, but that's mostly what he tends to hack and slash. He tears them apart and puts a little bit of sculpt of them on his own kind of thing, and details the hell out of these things. So he's got a custom like Piglet from Winnie the Pooh here that he turned into like a Jason Voorhees, which is insanely awesome. Yeah, we've seen Krusty the Clown at the top there. He's got a couple different versions of It, which is awesome. A Mega Man here. This is insane. So yeah, again, Funko Pop figures, like the vinyl pop figures that he just kind of like hack and slashed and, made him his very own. He makes this one specifically, this Mega Man that we're looking at.
This is like
here.
a Borg. This is like Borg up.
Yeah, he does like a half Borg version where it looks like half of them, fell into some acid or some shit, or like, you know what I mean? Like he's just like, yeah.
It's like the Terminator treatment.
Yeah, exactly. Terminator treatment.
Yeah, that's it.
I said Borg. We're going with Borg.
Okay, Borg it is, Doom. Jesus Christ.
Don't make me get Jimmy back here with no nose.
Yeah, really. The one that I had chosen here for our feature is the movie version of It. It just looks fantastic. Like he's got like a little balloon with it and all that kind of stuff. But of course, we're going through his feed and we're showing like he's got Donnie Darko there. He's got some custom Scream vinyl pops. Whole bunch of stuff, guys. Aliens, Michael Myers.
Bunch.
Yeah. Some really good stuff. Look at that.
Some good horror variation.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, guys, our next one, OCP Customs. Nick, you hooked me up with this photo here. This is amazing work. Why don't you talk about it a little bit?
Oh my God, I've been following this dude for a while. It's OCP_customs on Instagram. And this guy has just been pumping out some really cool customs I haven't seen anybody else doing. Looks like he did every version of Ryan Gosling from Blade Runner 2049. So he has him with his collar up around his face like he was in the beginning of the movie, which is really awesome. Cool. I'm not even quite sure how he did that. I think he told me he heated it up somehow and sort of did what you did, Jared. I think he just heated it up and folded it up
Cooled
and
it down.
Pulled it down. Yeah,
made it all stiff.
Really good job with that. And he has
hard.
He has the coated version all bloodied up, like he just got done putting down some freaking robot or some shit and got his ass beat.
Some robot? Did you watch that movie, by the way?
I did. Synthetic.
That's just your thoughts.
Name.
How did you feel about the movie, Nick?
How'd you feel about it?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it dragged a little bit in the middle, but
a little bit. The movie's like 4 hours of dragging.
But I haven't watched it.
I wanted a little bit more of more camera movement and shit. It was just a lot of like talking.
I wanted more Ryan Gosling movement. He didn't
Camera
move
still.
a lot.
No, just people. A lot of dialogue and just people talking in lower rooms, which is cool. But
I heard it has a lot of similarities to the original. I heard that's kind of how the original
has great
I like the original better.
Great music. Harrison Ford kicks so much ass. Like, the problem is Harrison Ford, as far as we know, was not a synthetic. And this is like, you're not sure what's going on with God, but then they're like, oh yeah, he's totally fucking part of the system. So it was weird. Like, Harrison was just so cool and slick and like, but you could see his vulnerability in certain scenes at the same time. So it was balanced, and Vangelis did amazing music, whereas this one was just like screeching sounds and pumping shit. Like,
not enough synthwave. Like,
no way.
I was completely
not nearly. The movie
a little bit at the end.
Again, all you have to do is the Tron 2 treatment. Play badass Daft Punk like synthwave and shit like that, and your movie's gonna be just fine.
Dude,
Yeah,
yes.
You show cool graphics and like you played this shit. You straight up can play John Carpenter in the background. That's fine. That's what we're doing. We're gonna get sued for that too. We have to keep talking. Can't have any dead air on the John Carpenter. As long as we're talking over him, we can play it. But yeah, super awesome. The movie's boring. Sorry, we want to love it, but we just don't. I mean, you can say it all you want. You're not going to be watching that movie like it's the Disaster Artist on Smash. You know what I mean?
No, I guess
just not going to do it.
It's
I was even going to mention how he does like a lot of different work with obviously different NECA figures and stuff. He's got like Prometheus figures here that he hack and slashed.
Looks like he's building the entire Prometheus crew.
Yeah.
If you scroll back a little bit more, he did a really cool like Future Soldier Kyle Reese, which is pretty movie.
Yeah, that's right. He does.
He does. He dids.
Did a Conan custom there.
Yeah. He's got a lot of work with RoboCop.
So
he did that short
definitely
version of Harrison, which is pretty sweet.
Right.
Yeah.
So definitely check that motherfuckers out. We got one more.
5 Snap Project, I'm assuming is what he's going for there. This is the photo that we featured in our feature.
We featured this in the feature that we featured, Inception.
It's featuring this work right here. We're featuring that in our feature. Anyway, yeah. So he's got some rooftop props. What looks like like a chimney that he's detailed up, and like a good skylight kind of deal that you can kind of throw in the middle of your rooftop dio if you got one of those. So guys, again, check out this guy's page, Snap Project. It's fantastic. If you scale through his feed there, he's got a lot of dial work. It looks like he mostly works with 112 Marvel Legends, scale stuff. So he's got like a little Punisher gear room there. Again, it shows. Yeah, we're showing here some sweet rooftop dial that he's put together. So yeah, this guy's got a lot of good work that
that is
so
sick.
unmentioned. Yeah. There you go, some Marvel Legends work. Yeah, it's just showing all the custom work that he's put together. Oh, what's that there? Some Punisher. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, just a little Punisher video that I'm showing here, guys. Some custom dial work that he put together.
Little slideshow.
Yeah.
I can barely
this is
hear you
pretty
guys
sweet.
because I have to listen to the loud ass music that's on the video. I can't mute it of any sort.
Shit.
So even now, I'm actually whispering because
I can't hear it
it's
at
so
all.
loud.
I can't hear it,
I don't
and I
want to
can
be
barely
that
hear
guy
you.
that's like, I can't hear you guys.
Yeah, well, you're doing it anyway, you fucking...
I know. I know.
There you go, look at that. Shipping container. God damn,
Jesus,
guys.
he has like a little
This is-
commercial for it.
This is the kind of
Dude,
stuff
the
that I've been
music's
looking
good,
at.
too.
I try to
It's like
make
hip-hop.
myself. As you guys saw, I did like a DIY extreme sets not long ago with that open elevator setup, and this is kind of what my next project, what I wanted to kind of kill off was a cool shipping container. But this would blow me out of the water with some simple print offs. This looks amazing, guys. So again, if you're not watching and you're just listening, this is 5 Snap Project on Instagram here, and he's got some amazing work that he's put together for us. Some props. He's showing us some
Pencil sharpeners?
Some propane tanks.
What they call some propane tanks, yeah.
These are pencil
fantastic.
sharpeners, though, guys.
Are they actually?
These
Is
are
that what they
pencil
are?
sharpeners. Yeah,
What?
you can
No
buy
way.
these. You can buy these on
Even looked at.
on eBay. I don't know. He may have made these possibly, but everybody else I know was just buying the ones on eBay. They're
Okay.
pencil sharpeners. You can type up pencil sharpener, propane tank. They come in different colors, but I don't think you can.
way.
I don't think you can guarantee what colors are sent to you. Maybe if you pay more, but they're
Doesn't
dirt
matter.
cheap. They're
Yeah,
like
fuck.
$2 or whatever for one of them, and they're 1/12 scale, as you can see. They're
Yeah.
perfect. So he might just be painting these ones up to make them look more glossy, because the original are kind of just dull. But at the bottom, at the base of them, is a pencil sharpener, and the stuff gets collected in the middle. So
Yeah.
Nice.
God damn.
some
Yeah, so
knowledge. Yeah, I got some. I got
Dude
one.
knows all the tricks.
you got a little.
I
You
got some tricks. I got trickies and dickies.
Wow.
I like this photo. Yeah, this is
Probably a good thing you're on the show then, dude.
Well, you know, I provide some things and stuff.
You're sort of useful.
Sort of, yeah. Sort of.
Coffee shop.
So
All right,
here's a little 1/12 scale of his little like 3 building kind of dealio. Looks like a New York, perfectly dirty and grungy and
Like a little street side kind of
Little
thing. Like it's
Seinfeld.
just showing us some
looks
little
like
street
Simon.
front, showing us some some shop fronts and some balconies over top. And
So
stuff.
do we know if he sells? If he's just making?
I think he's just showing off here.
Probably.
He is just showing off here, but I do believe he does sell. Yeah.
Okay. It's like he might hook you up. I don't know.
I'm
Ask
looking it
him.
up right now, actually, because now I'm curious.
Ask his ass.
Ask his ass. DM him
Make
like
him an offer he
everything
can't
else.
refuse.
Exactly.
DMs that muzzas fuckas. So I guess technically we still have our cameras on, right? So people aren't complaining that our cameras are off. Should we turn our cameras off to do the weeks, or you guys want to keep them on? What does survey say?
Well, we could turn our cameras off. You guys got enough of our mugs, right? I mean, shit. Like we're not.
We
that
left
handsome.
it on.
We teased
left
him a
it on
little.
that time,
Yeah, we teased them a little. We'll tease you
Yeah,
again
we're-
a little bit more
Can't-
next time.
can't spoil them.
I
can
have
pull down my
to.
seat a little
It's just
bit.
I have to
Guys,
run
like-
the shared screen, so I can't see if I'm making like a stupid face or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it was different when I could just stare and make sure I was looking handsome the whole time. But like, I'll be honest. Sometimes in order to talk the way I do, I have to make a face. So I don't want you guys to see that face.
Like
That's
John
why
Mayer just making all these weird faces while you do your
dude, straight up. Like I don't
I mean,
know what
I'm
it is
not-
about like.
100% positive that I want to see the face either. So
No, nobody does. It looks like an O face. I'm just like, I'm like forcing it out of my brain somehow
fuck
to like not, have it be messed up sounding, to have it be really flowed out and really like good sounding. So like the intros and all that, like I almost like kind of like I look like Gilbert Godfrey, honestly, while I'm doing the intro. I'm like, welcome to the podcast. So, yeah, I don't necessarily want you guys to see that.
nobody wants to see that, dude. I can assure you. I can assure you that shit.
Anyway,
Not your Gilbert Gottfried ass.
not on the podcast. So take it away. This is a week on Sharkman Dave on Instagram.
Oh, we're on my week first. Thanks. Doom.
Hey, thanks, guys. What are you talking about, guys? I didn't.
All right. Well, thanks, Doom.
You're welcome. Next
All
time,
right.
Talk about your photo.
So, yeah, here we're looking at my photo, the first photo this week. I didn't do too much shooting this week. I've been pretty busy with work outside of this stuff, but excuse me. Yeah, we're looking at
Jeez,
a little shot that I did
verklempt.
of Nathan Drake from the Uncharted video game series. I just have him propped up against the little dial piece that I got, like that little fountain piece that I got from Walmart not too long ago. I have him leaning up against it with some foreground props. I got some fake foliage there. I've got a little statue that's in the top left corner that you can kind of see the little bit of it there. He's like a little golden Buddha kind of thing. And I have my old floor, my little ground dio that I've got, just like, some shards of ground and like some moss and all that kind of stuff in the foreground and on the ground there. So
Fuck yeah.
I have a printout of like what looks like a cave kind of thing in the background. So this is a swipe photo. If you guys aren't if you guys aren't watching us, this is a swipe photo, and the second photo is just kind of a clear image of the background, which is that printout of a cave, and like there's some light kind of shining down on the gold and like a whole shit ton of treasure. So
Little rack focus.
love
Yeah.
gold.
I love gold.
How
So, yeah,
about no?
it's,
No.
how about no? Well played. So yeah, that's my little swipe photo. Again, this is just Nathan Drake kind of leaning up against some rocks. I don't know, kind of sneaking around a corner, seeing if he can catch a visual of his
Oh, so sneaky.
He's
treasure.
being stealthy.
He's being stealthy, as he usually tries to be. There might be some mercs around the corner. Who knows?
Oh,
Have to
so
snap some
sneaky.
necks. Save his bullets.
That's it, man. Right? So, yeah. This is, my Nathan Drake. Again, first photo is more in focus. The second photo is more focus of the background, the treasure. And again, another part 2 of Nathan Drake. So this is the second photo I posted of the week. just a little bit more and focus on Nathan Drake again, and a little bit more focus on the foreground, the props and stuff like that. That little statue I was telling you about, the little Buddha thing, and yeah, that fountain dio. So yeah, that's
showing off his ass.
Dude, straight fucking cheek in this photo. I love it.
Yeah, right.
Look at that cut too.
Yeah.
It's only missing the bottom part, but that's okay.
That's what I hate about that figure, is that fucking diaper piece, of course. But
You hate that he can't accentuate his ass more?
that it doesn't
His
show
ass
off
is so flat.
his firm physique.
That ass is a soft rat.
That guy doesn't usually, skip squat day or anything like that. He does his
Right.
deadlifts, so he's got an ass. It's just this figure. I tell you what, man.
This fucking verklempt fucking figure.
Yeah, Jamoke.
But I love it. Very good lighting.
Thanks.
Using more shots, but changing the game in terms of the photo, so it doesn't seem like you're just, posting a lot of the same things. But getting your taste out of it.
Yeah, just trying to, change up the pose a little bit, change up the focus, change up, the angle a little. So yeah,
Change up your
What
bowl.
else you can get out of it?
Change up your weed bowl.
that's it exactly.
Shut up, Mutt. Anyway, we can keep going. What did
Yeah.
I say already?
So then I only posted one more photo for this week. I'm sure I'll have something for you guys tonight, but otherwise, this is the third photo of the week. I've got a Punisher, murking some dudes. He's just it's like a straight on shot of him blasting some mercs in the foreground there. So I took the old Jim Lee Marvel Legends Punisher body that came out about 2 years ago now, and threw on the Mezco, my version, the knockoff, the Mezco Punisher head, screaming head. So looks pretty badass. I threw on the old school Marvel Legends. I believe it's Toy Biz. We put that one out with the leather jacket. I threw that leather jacket on this Punisher, and gave him 2 of the M4s that came with the Spec Ops McFarlane figures that I got. Yeah, that have the grenade launchers underneath. And I fubbed on some muzzle flashes and stuff like that, some muzzle flares. So there you go. That's kind of obvious, I think.
Man, nice. I love it,
A
man.
little
Nice
bit of,
lighting. You got some lighting on the other side of the fence, and
Yeah.
on the other side of the
Perfect
fence.
environment for this too. It looks like it's some warehouse or something that he found some goons in that he needs to take out.
That's it. Just blasting away.
Blasting
Okay,
away.
see, that's
Dual
right
wielding.
I used the cool little red gel on that photo, so it kind of gives it that red tint. But,
Fuck yeah. Yeah, that's red as hell.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
did I already play your... See, it's like, that's the only thing is, I don't know how to go... Like, I can't go to your page and go to your stories, I don't think.
No?
Yeah, because I was going to go to your stories too, but I don't think...
And
Yeah.
show like the dial work and stuff.
Exactly.
Mm.
So, oops.
We hack and slash it.
Yeah, I did
We
talk about it
hacked,
during.
we slashed. So awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, thanks, guys. Pretty simple, but
Thanks for sharing.
but that's what I
So I finally got some time to squeeze in a photo of the super awesome Keanu Reeves John Wick head from These Damn Toys. I did a very simple setup here, which is the diorama piece that comes with the female version of the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon by Diamond Select. Very cool door piece. The base on the next to the ninjas is from the Motley Crue NECA stage set. I got some articulated icons hanging out in the back. And then I used finally the katana from the brand new Bombshells DC yeah, that's DC Collectibles.
DC Collectibles, yeah.
DC Collectibles. And then in the far back
Spit it out,
is
Jim.
Extreme Sets with their dojo, and then a custom little kicky fucking stick fucking off a big log thing that ninjas train on. Whatever that thing's called. Fuck you.
Stick fucking log that ninjas train on. There you
Yeah,
go.
with the
Technical term.
yeah,
That's
totally
official term.
nailed it.
You guys know exactly what he's talking about, right?
Yep.
You know, Karate
And then-
Kid poses on it.
Yep. Totally hurt your hands when you hit it. Sucks. Anyway, and then the Evil Sensei and the Keanu body. I had a lot of fun with this. I tried to just focus more on the figure and show his head instead of doing a huge elaborate setup like I usually do. I was going to, and then you couldn't really see the head, so I thought I'd give a little bit of shine for my boy sending me that head. I was very grateful.
Koji killing it with those
Right
customs.
on.
He looks pissed off. So, continuing.
Nice work, Doom.
Thank you.
Yeah. Really
I
nice,
was gonna put the swipe on here to show you guys that, again, always try to redo your shit because it's tough, especially if you're trying to redo a poster. This was all. I thought this was gonna be easy.
Dude.
This was not easy in the slightest bit because getting the figure to meet the head I
pose.
used and the pose.
Yeah.
Originally I was like, I don't think his pose can do what the poster did. And then I was like, yeah, it can. You just gotta fucking turn it, and then still he can shoot down. Like, just fucking don't be a pussy and turn it.
Right.
So
Stretch those legs.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a lot of fubbing, I'll be honest. This is a lot of Photoshop, a lot of fubbing, a lot of fucking crazy crap going on in here, to be honest. Like, the hand I had to, like, erase and adjust, and the arm I had to kind of adjust a little bit, but, I'm the monster is a blend of the original one meets the McFarlane, what are they? Malbolgia, basically, from the Spawn movie. So again, I think I can tag. I didn't do the poster either, which I'm lazy, I guess. But let's see if I can find the. Oh, they didn't even post the damn thing. Fucking.
Oh wow, they post a lot of fucking toy photos.
Lazy assholes don't even post it. So Stars has it. So this is the original. As you can see, I kind of just used the front of the teeth and the back of the teeth, and then used my own monster bits. But yeah, it was very tough to scale. And he's actually a little too big, but this took way too much time. And then I was like, I'm trying to tone down what I'm doing. I'm trying to kind of still, like I said, I'm not fully organized still, and I got.
If you would have rubbed out the man, I would not have been able to tell that was a toy.
No.
Right.
Somewhere in there is some toy photography, and it's that good that you can barely tell.
Somewhere in there is a real time photography. But Ash was just like on a crazy pose, and I superimposed it in there, whatever. But this is a little bit more of my style, I guess, meets my childhood at the same time.
Okay.
I got those Where the Wild Things Are by McFarlane. They have swivels that don't equate to anything, so you have to work around their articulation, obviously. So I built a foresty kind of scene here for them. I have Max he has that pose where his hand is so close to his fucking head right there. Mm-hmm. So the only thing I could think of is there's like a branch, and he's like kind of trying to push the branch away. But
shove it out of his face.
Yeah, there's a in the back there, the leaves in the tree is a piece that I've talked about before that I bought on Amazon. They have like bases. They're actually like kind of like for your Asian, like they're like an Asian tree, I believe, or whatever. But this is fucking whatever. I don't care. The leaves are, always like pretty decent scale. So in the back is what I used to do was take a bundle of sticks, and I used masking tape. And I masking taped the whole thing together, and then I matched the paint of the masking tape to the branches, and then I made a base of clay for them so they have something to pivot off of. And there's a couple of those in the background as well. And then some of the McFarlane tree pieces, like the one from the Sleepy Hollow and the one from the Ozzy Osbourne fucking set back there. And
I was going to say the Sleepy Hollow thing for sure.
Yeah, the Bark of the Moon's here, and then somewhere over here is the McFarlane one. But just these are moss pieces that you can buy at the dollar store, super fucking cheap. And then the background is Entertainment Earth, when you used to order from them, used to send you little dioramas. They were like, you could box them together. They would have a base and they would have a background and then a side, and they all would like, it was flat, but then the two sides could connect to make a square. And that was one of the reasons I used to order from them, and then I kept ordering like big packages and they wouldn't send those, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I only ordered you guys to get dioramas. And then they stopped sending them, so I stopped ordering from them. So
they were like full-on dioramas, or they were just printouts?
They were printouts, but yeah, they had bases though, so technically there is grass, like a grass printout for this that leads into a forest.
Okay.
So I've used it with nothing in the picture before, but I like it because it gives you something where it looks like there's something like way the fuck back there, and then you use the, you know, things that are the foreground and, you know, between them and stuff like that to create the illusion. But, you know, still aesthetically, you're not just having like a blue board or a, you know, a basic one-tone color. Like, that's where the hues are coming from. There's a tree that's in it and stuff. It's a forest, like little diorama piece. So it's, I mean, I miss that they did that. So fuck you, Entertainment Earth.
So much more detail than my more recent photos.
Wow. Did you fub in the light there?
Listen how long you just talked about that photo. I think I went through all of mine in that length of time.
But at the same time, I'm just more of a talker because neither one of these are more detailed. I mean, this took me like 20, 30 minutes, you know? Yeah. This didn't take me that long.
The setup is good. I like your little forest kind of.
Thank you.
Yeah, you used a lot of different, you know, elements kind of thing, so it's cool.
Had to fill it up. These figures are like 3-4 inches tall. No, maybe 4 inches. You know, they're pretty decent size, but you ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting nothing but kicks and swivels on there. So same thing with this. I didn't really have a lot of opportunity with articulation for these, but I did the best that I could. His foot is actually museum waxed to the front porch because he wasn't going to hold that pose to save his fucking life. But just wanted to do a photo of the creepy house with them. Obviously, the house is actually a little bigger than these figures' scale even is, so I had to do a lot of fubbing. This ghost is something I believe from a really old Ghostbusters figure where there's like a push button in his back that I don't know if it's supposed to talk or light up, but it does neither currently. So it's useless. He's actually sitting in a candle, to be honest. It's the only thing, because he's got like a round bottom, and you can't like lean him on anything, or he'll just fall forward. So he's got a
nice round bottom.
He's got a nice round bottom for sure. All you can do is you can throw that motherfucker in a candle, and then I just used a bunch of polyester. So that's the polyester you can get if you rip open a cheap pillow or have a bedspread or whatever that you don't need anymore, and the dog ripped up. That's how I found out about this stuff, is that one of my dogs ripped up a pillow, and I was like, oh, this is way better than cotton. And then finger lights inside of there, finger lights on the side, finger lights all over the place. The moon is just a round desk lamp that was able to get some of the foreground, and then I just fucking filled it full of smoke and took a bunch of fucking photos. So very easy. Again, easy fucking setup. This took me like 5 fucking minutes. No time at all. The longest was waiting for the smoke machine to turn on. So, and that didn't, it took like 20 minutes or whatever. So,
and that's the Dio you just got done painting, right?
Right. Yeah, I'm just trying to get as much use out of it as I possibly can. I know Eric's not on the show, but we'll go ahead and go through his photos because he's dropping hot fucking fire still. So he again had the 2 figures here that are from the 3 3/4 Indiana Jones line. So he combined that with a McFarlane monkey he's got in the background, and obviously filled it up with his very cool accessories of one. I mean, this is 3 3/4, so these look even more proper in this format. And then obviously has a printout in the background, and then he didn't fub the smoke, so he's got some fucking baby powder or some shit going on back there.
Yeah.
So, and then he's got the Tamashii effects in the background there to add to it looks like there's an explosion going on. So again, dropping that hot fire. E7
using his awesome ground dial that he made somewhat recently there that he showed us that he showed us a couple weeks back. Yeah, that thing is fucking amazing. Look at the detail in that, eh?
Oh
Shit
yeah.
is epic.
So
Yeah.
E7IK_plays, if we didn't make that clear earlier. So then we have some more of his, I don't know if these are Galaxor. Sorry, bro.
Galaxor, come on.
I'm gonna murder this because this is the that line that he's all super into as well. I can't Power Lords.
Stuff.
So this is the Power Lords figure right here. This is the first run of it with these figures, and then he's got probably looks like a printout going on back there. Love the colors, love the posing, even though these don't really pose well, but
Very vibrant.
very vibrant.
I think these things. I think a couple of these things only have like either 5 or 3 points of articulation. But,
for sure. It's an extreme.
But again,
set
you
to
know,
the background.
you guys know Eric and his dynamic ways of taking wicked shots with very little mobility out of these guys. So he nails it here. I mean,
He's a nailer.
Yeah, he's got the power pose going on, so it's pretty sweet, guys. You got to check it out.
So we got some. He is loving the fucking acid rain shit. So we have some accessories again. That speed limit sign is a WWE piece. He has the Tamashii effects flame. Looks like he's used a couple of the NECA effects. So you have them use a explosion effect for their guns. Actually, no, that is not Tamashii. Those are fucking Green Goblin pieces. What am I talking about? In the front of these, those are Green Goblin flame effects. So super dope, man. I can't believe I didn't like this. What a dickhead. Super detailed, great fucking color, great use of pieces in the background, but having a sky back there again.
He's got a car back there as well.
He's got a car back there.
Yeah. If you guys checked out his stories at all, obviously he posted his little behind the scenes of it, and like it shows a really good image of the whole Dio setup and all the props that he's using in it and stuff like that. It's really cool, guys. You gotta check it out.
Acid Rain needs to hire Eric's ass.
Yeah, seriously.
So he's got the Canna Beam effects rocking here to show that a bullet is entering and exiting through a wound of the Acid Rain figures. So here's again another shot of the car he's got back there, and then the figures. So it's basically just a different. He's posed the middle figure a little differently to accentuate the shot through him, but it's basically, as we've talked about before, trying to get more use out of your diorama, so you're not feeling like you're doing a huge setup and then taking it right down, but utilizing different poses and different abilities around the different angles that you're able to produce with said shot.
So
nobody's in.
cool,
I was like, dead air, getting
Well, I
sued
thought you were gonna say more.
and sued. I gotta stop every once in a while. I can't keep.
You don't
hogging
want to
all
get sued.
right. Can't keep hogging up all the fucking airwaves, but
All
yeah.
right, well, either way.
Eric's
Fucking
They're dropping fire.
dropping that
Always.
super fire.
An amazing photo. Different lighting.
So should we just end it then? That's really all
Well,
we
you
got,
might-
I guess.
What about
You do my
Nick?
dude.
Oh
What
yeah,
about next week?
duh.
Jesus Christ,
Motherfucker.
dude.
I was gonna
You
do.
just like skipped right over our buddy here.
I
It's
did.
like, I'm not even gonna have his fucking tab open.
I thought I had it open.
I was gonna say that. He didn't even have fucking.
That's why. That's all there. I had it up. I
Oh
swear
my
I
God.
did. What happened? Oh, I deleted.
My Die Hard
I
photo.
deleted yours to do Eric's. That's what it was. Let's
I
talk
see.
about. Let's just go back into this one again.
Are you?
Stealing TVs. I think there's Mexican children under there. He's like smuggling into the United States.
He's a smuggler. So
Or it's
this
like
would
picture
be
frame.
no. We did this was the last one. So this would be the most first one of the week here. So take it away. I'm so sorry. What a dick.
All good, dude. All good. Still posting some of my cowboy photos from Vasquez Rocks from a few weeks ago. I just took so many there. I didn't want to post them all at once, so I just dropped the last couple this week. And this one's Clint Eastwood as Blondie, right after he just fired a shot from his 6-shooter on horseback, and the gun is smoking. His cigar is not, though. I probably should have put some fucking...
His cigar is not.
Well,
It could be out.
I mean,
He just
yeah, I
didn't
was
get a
gonna
chance to take it out.
right,
Still
right.
just chewing on it right now. So
He's too busy capping some people that he didn't have a chance to take a puff.
He knew it was up, you know.
Yeah, some nice natural lighting. I think I used a reflector there to bounce some more light on his face.
Still not.
What's
still,
that?
you're the one tearing it up in the folder. So
I'm just happy other people are tagging it a little bit.
Yeah,
I'll have to shoot some Western this week for that.
Yeah,
I'll definitely get on it.
Fuck
There are some good Western photos in there that people are tagging with it.
I'll saloon it up.
Westworld season 2 is coming back, so Cowboys will.
I still need to see the last episode.
You never saw the last episode?
No, I don't like to watch the last episode of shows like that because it's like when the new season comes out, I'm like, I gotta watch the last episode. I'd rather have it be like, that's an episode 2.
Jared's like, leave me with a cliffhanger? Fuck you. I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, but everything happened in the last episode. And I'm like, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that's actually
you have
really
the willpower
smart.
to just say, nope, I'm going to wait.
No, I'm going to wait. Especially when it's a
Wait
show
till
like
the next season
that.
comes
It was
out.
like, I watched it all the way to the last episode. I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm glad I didn't drop any spoilers then.
And you know what? Nobody has spoiled it for me. It's been amazing.
All right, next photo.
Now everybody's going to DM me like things that happen. I'll be like, Nick, no.
So here we have my Home Alone diorama with Marv being knocked down the steps with a paint can.
He doesn't have something lodged up his ass?
He might, I don't know why.
Just to
He
keep him
might
out.
have came there that night with something up his ass already.
He's like,
I had the fub the shit out of the ground to get the wires out that I used for this shot.
Oh,
like
sure. You can't tell.
The entire wooden floor. Yeah, I had to fub that whole thing. Like just go over it with the the healing tool because the little strip of like wire that I healed, it was just too obvious. Like I couldn't get it to match up, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna do."
I've been there, man. I've been there.
Right.
You know what okay, do you want to know the one real solid way to do it though is
What's
to do
that?
like Eric and I do where it's technically a composite. The only problem with this is you have to make sure that you weren't really necessarily holding a light. All your lighting should be affixed for both of these shots and try to compensate for some of the shadowing that he would kind of create. So what you're going to do is take this shot with all the stands, and then the next shot, remove his ass 100% out of the entire photo. Don't bump your camera any sort of way, and take away the stands. Then you take the photo, and then what you do is have the clean photo in the background and then add the new one in, which has him plus the stands, and basically just start moving away what you haven't. And again, the only problem with that is the shadowing. You would have to compensate to add that shadowing of him still in there and stuff like that. So it's not a perfect system, but it's usually what I do is just take everything out that was in that stand.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get some great results that way. I should try that.
Yep, for sure.
Gotta start using tripods more for because this.
Oh shit! You got a tripod.
Yeah, dude, I just the way this diorama was set up, like on a shelf, I don't think there was a way I could have used a tripod, but yeah, next time I'll have to configure something up.
My tripod goes fucking higher than I do, so.
I just don't think there's like space on the shelf for a stand.
It just doesn't get as high as I
It just comes down to Nick's setup, probably, right? It just, how you got it.
Yeah, it's just the way to get this angle at least. I couldn't have had it mounted because I was like really awkwardly in there with the camera, really close to the top of the steps and everything. I wanted to get that leading line shit going on there.
Yeah.
Well, they make ones that have they have ones that have like ball joints on them that'll go fucking every which way. So
that's true. Yeah, I need to get like one of those jobby ones that can get really low and flex their shit.
Get low, motherfucker. Get low.
Wow.
Smoothing.
Alrighty, next shot.
Alrighty. Jesus, tap dancing.
Here we go.
Christ,
Finally, I did the shot of John McClane jumping off the roof as it explodes. More specifically,
finally, I busted my load all over the computer.
I think I busted my load. I busted my load after Eric suggested I do a portrait mode, which you'll see on the next shot. Because I was like, fuck, man, this is way better.
But either way, man, this like
you think this one's better?
For some reason, I just think this one came out way more realistic.
I think it does look realistic with the sky, with the explosion, and like even the clean, the crisp image on his face. But like, I find your last one, I don't know. For me, anyway,
I like this one better.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I kind of like this one better myself. It's just the angle.
I think I slightly changed like his pose or something in the next one too, but I think I like the background of the other one better, but his pose in this one here.
I think this with the feet like this way looks more like jumping, whereas this one more looks like a little bit like leapfrogging.
Right. Yeah.
Like squatting midair.
Yeah, he's like. I like leap both, like usually kick off with one, like this one looks like he kicked off with the 1 foot,
Yeah, he has more forward momentum in this photo.
But I see what you're saying though, like you get a better shot of this. It's nice to have this just like, because if you didn't have this, you wouldn't really necessarily, it'd be harder to tell what this was.
Yeah, exactly.
This photo fills up the frame more, like it does, mm-hmm. Yeah, it kills off more of the background, whereas the other one has like that little empty gap on the left side there. But,
right, yeah, that little bit of negative space.
Yeah, exactly. But otherwise, no, I like them both, man. These are fucking awesome.
Thanks, guys. I used the the cotton explosion effect that I got from SNA Toys, and I have this camera light that's made to like go on the hot shoe of like a fucking like video camera or a DSLR, I guess, but it's battery operated, so I just put that shit upside down underneath the that cotton explosion ball thing, and it just fucking illuminates the shit out of it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, I need to grab it all.
Those.
Dude, yeah, they're so legit. And I just vaped smoke in there.
Did you?
Vaped it, yeah.
There you go.
On both of them?
They don't have a smoke machine, so I gotta do a ghetto.
How's he held up in the air? Just like a wire that you fubbed out?
Yeah, I had a thread, just a black thread I tied around him, and I actually had like
Where do you have it tied around him?
I had it was like right underneath his armpits, and I just kind of fubbed it out.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was tied onto the end of like a gooseneck light. One of my lights that I always use to light my shop. They're like desk lamps, and it has like a big gooseneck stand, so it was able to arc on top of them and get out of the shot on the left side there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty ghetto, but dude, it worked. I mean,
bro, I'm telling you, ghetto is my fucking middle name when it comes to
dude. Yeah, it's like I just need to have him suspended by something. It's like so I just like fuck it. I'll just tie it. Is this lamp gonna hold it? Yeah, it'll hold it. I'll use this. Just flub anything out.
Yeah.
And dude,
I've had a couple of my characters leaning. Goddamn, my throat. I've had a couple of characters leaning up against books and like random shit, man, DVD cases and stuff like that, just to make them look like they're, you know what I mean? If you catch the right angle,
right?
You'll never know.
It's kind of funny.
You'll never know how ghetto my photos are.
That's right.
Actually, you do, because we tell you every week how ghetto they are if you're listening.
Pretty much, yeah.
You're just fucking not listening, okay?
Yeah.
You feel better about the ghetto methods when they come out good.
I certainly do. I don't know. We're not all professionals out there, guys. You know, we don't all have like studio fucking setups and shit like that. Like, I live in a pretty small place where like I have to tear down my fucking setups every time and like set them up every time, kind of thing. All my lights are moving around, kind of thing. Like it's never a straight setup. I don't leave my diodes around. Like I got a pretty ghetto setup, guys. So not everyone's a pro out there, and you can still make some quality shit.
You got to work with what you got.
Yeah.
That's
my week, guys.
That's what married couples say to each other all the time. Work with what you got. Well, anyway, we thank you for tuning in to this somewhat short, somewhat special edition of the Action Toy Art Podcast. We're sorry that it's not all of the episode maybe you were hoping for, or maybe you were enjoying the shorterness of the ness. So complain or celebrate. Either one works for us. We appreciate that you actually hit the play button and listened enough to be offended or enjoy it at the same time. So again, I am Junior_Doom. I am joined by Sharkman Dave and Lenses on Figures. We hope you guys check us out on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, or YouTube visually. Leave a comment and jack your grandmother's account and make her listen to the show as well. It could be just playing in the background on her phone if she doesn't fucking know how to use the buttons, and maybe she can listen to it, enjoy it, and tell her fucking Bacharach friends it's something to listen to. I don't know. Anyway, anything you guys want to say before you take off?
next week we got Erica back on the show, guys. So don't forget to stay tuned, of course. And
we're holding fucking Yazuki to say he's going to join us again. So
Zach,
we want you on here, Felton.
On this show.
I'm trying to build this Canadians show soon too. I want to get CJ on here. I want to get Drew on here.
Good.
Nick, you'll have to fucking just listen because you're not Canadian, and I'm in Michigan,
right.
so I feel like I'm close. I count in that pool.
Sort of.
Anyway, thanks again, guys. We'll see you next week.
Informative, off-putting, tastelessly offensive, and cancers of the community. A stands for action. That's what you'll get here. T stands for toys. Sometimes we talk about them. The other A stands for art, as in, we should figure out what that is. Make sure you rate, comment, share, and subscribe on iTunes, Podbean, and Stitcher. Thinking about not commenting? Not sharing? Not subscribing? Well, that's your right, but it sure sounds selfish out loud, read by a distinguished voice, doesn't it? Why are you still here? Go check it out yourself.